Hi, I'm Jeff Clemo, VP of Strategic and Channel Sales at Telit. Welcome to this edition of the Telit Coffee Connection Series. I have my coffee, so hopefully you have yours, or tea, or any beverage of choice. While we talk about how LTE, Cat-M, and NB-IoT technologies tie into the new world of 5G. So let's start out by talking about the use cases for LTE, Cat-M, and NB-IoT, which were designed primarily for low power, low bandwidth scenarios. So if you're looking at low power battery operated sensors or IoT edge devices, where connectivity for these devices is relatively low amounts of data on a daily basis, and remote management from anywhere in the globe is needed but limited. Versus 5G, which primary use case is high bandwidth and low latency applications like high definition video streaming and CPE applications, where lots of data is going to pass through, and latency is very impactful to the use case. So with any technology, there's always a lot of hype, marketing efforts, and push to create new market opportunities. And the linkage between 5G, LTE, Cat-M, and NB-IoT are no exception. You hear a lot of predictions about how LTE will become a part of the 5G standard. And while that's true, it's not something that's necessarily going to happen overnight. So the big question is, where are we right now with LTE technologies and how they fit into the 5G world that's coming out today from the MNOs? The answer is actually very straightforward in that the 3GPP standards body completed Release 16 specifications June of 2020. This standard includes the option for LTE Cat-M and NB-IoT to be part of the 5G radio interface. Now, the key word is optional. You didn't hear mandatory, it's optional. These features are optional for both the network infrastructure OEMs and the MNO operators to incorporate into their strategy in rolling out the technology. So since LTE Cat-M and NB-IoT have just recently been rolled out by MNOs, they still need to get their return on investment. And in many cases, they're still deploying it to get coverage and to address many of the use case scenarios on the edge that create sometimes some difficulties with the technology. So therefore, it's very unlikely that the industry overall will move to this new Release 16 option anytime soon. Definitely, it won't happen for the next several years and probably well beyond 2023. Instead, I think most network operators will support LTE Cat-M and NB-IoT devices through the existing LTE network infrastructure for a long time. It's even possible that when 5G networks are fully rolled out over the next several years, that they'll run in parallel for many years to come. That's a big investment that they have to recoup, and the amount of spectrum needed for 5G will mean that they'll want to force that to the higher bandwidth capabilities. So this is really good news for you as a customer, because it means that any devices you're designing today or planning to deploy over the next many years that have LTE Cat-M or NB-IoT technology, they'll be supported for a long time, and it'll be in parallel to or included in the 5G network, where the transition will be relatively simple. So long and short, 5G is currently targeting the high bandwidth, low latency needs of the market, while Cat-M1 and NB-IoT are serving the low bandwidth and low power consumption models, and both are here to stay for a relatively long time. You can have confidence in your design and simply monitor the technology integration into 5G over the next 3 to 5 years and make strategy changes as needed. But as I said, most likely this is something that's going to be around for a long time. So I hope this quick review of LTE Cat-M NB-IoT technologies as a part of 5G helps you in your decision making. If you want to learn more or get information on our LTE Cat-M or NB-IoT portfolio, please feel free to reach out and schedule a meeting with your Telit representative. Thanks for joining today. Hope you enjoy your coffee or beverage of choice, and thank you for your time. Have a good day.